hate this social media shit. And I tell people all the time, like, if I didn't have to have a phone, I didn't have to have an Instagram, I wouldn't. And, oh no, you wouldn't, bitch. I was alive more years than I have been alive for this media shit. Way more. I didn't even give a fuck about the computer. Nobody gave a fuck about the computer. If you had a cell phone, that shit was chipped. Come on now, like, get the fuck out of here. No one cared. We cared about bikes, and some people played sports, and some people wanted to gangbang. That's what people cared about. Nobody gave a fuck about, like, who's on Instagram. Instagram was go ring your fucking doorbell. Like, can you come out? Like, shit. But that's real. It's just like I miss the simple shit. Now everything is complex. Like, I DJ. I didn't use Serato till literally. I'm not even joking. It was fucking mad years after it came out before I used Serato. I couldn't, because how everybody jumped on it. I couldn't jump on it because I knew it was about to kill some shit. I knew that for a fact. I'm like, you got a crate in a computer, bro. That shit's about to you motherfuckers that's getting 1,500 a night. Good luck with that shit. You get 50 now. Watch. That's what happened. It happened with the radio stations. It happened with clubs. It just took people that were good DJs and kind of threw them to the side, and it brought in people that were, I guess, fit the whole DJ world now and shit. Like, I'm just gonna be dead ass honest, and anybody that knows me personally, and when it comes to DJing, this is me. I don't give a this whole controller DJ era. If it's for you, all right, that's cool. Me, it ain't for me. It's never gonna be for me. And I literally, if you ever talk to Yella Askin, we literally debated about this all the way to Australia when we went to Australia. Because he kept telling me, you better get your controller, it's easier to carry. I'm like, bro, I started this shit carrying crates. I started this shit carrying motherfucking cases. I'm going to end this shit doing the same shit. I mean, as far as the crates, no, okay, I can't travel with those now, but I'm never giving up my turntables ever. I don't even feel right. I see people with controllers the size of my laptop, and this is 13 inches. Like, bro, like, I can't do it. Like, that's not how I was taught to DJ. I was taught to DJ on 2 turntables and a mixer in the middle. I actually started off on it with a turntable, a mixer, and a fucking stereo, like the old stereo shit. So that's how I really started off. Then moved up. But so I these dudes that call themselves DJs nowadays, I don't know what the definition is anymore. I'm just being dead ass. I don't know, because I watch DJ battles now, and I'm like, where the fuck is the battle? Like, if you watch a DJ battle with Joe Cooley, killing him. He might go against I think he went against the dude that had a fucking basketball. Like, that's a DJ battle. Like, niggas behind Aladdin behind his back, like, through your leg. When I was skinnier, I used to be into the leg shit. Like, that's the DJ battle. I'm seeing motherfuckers now just like a couple twists, and that's a DJ battle. That I don't respect that. I don't give a fuck if Red Bull's doing it. I don't give a fuck if Pioneer's doing it. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's not a DJ battle to me. The DJ battle was DJ Q-Bert against DJ Q-Bert. That's a DJ battle. That's like motherfucking World War fucking 12. That's a DJ battle to me. I don't know what these dudes do anymore. I don't know what the definition of DJ is anymore. I really don't. I just do what I do. I play records. I love what I do. I try to remix and do crazy shit because I got that Pioneer mixer. But I'm just a DJ, and I love doing this shit. I don't give a fuck. If you watch me, you watch me. If you don't, you don't. I don't give a fuck. I'm probably better than your favorite DJ. So I don't care. But I don't know what the DJ definition is anymore. I really, really, really don't, because I see the weirdest shit. It's just like, I see dudes like just with the controller, and they're just in their room and they're DJing, and I swear to God, they're hyped like they're at Lollapalooza. And I'm just like, what are you doing? I'm trying to listen. I'm like, okay, what is he doing? Is he blending? And I can't even tell. Like, I think they really get good with the filters, and just they go with it. It's like people on these TikToks, they get good with the filter shit and they just run with it. So I think that's what these DJs do now. But I still respect every DJ in LA. I respect. I've fucked with every DJ in LA. I love them all, from the beat junkies. Like I met J-Rocc by talking shit about J-Rocc. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody used to come at me because I was the dude in Orange County DJ in the club. So you can't come at me with, who the fuck is J-Rocc? But then I met him, like, the coolest motherfucker I ever met in my life. Like, okay, we click. So I fuck all the DJs in LA. I fuck with them, but it's just like these new dudes. I don't know who they are. I really don't. I really don't. And I see people like Battle Cat uses a controller, but he still does what he does with the turntable. So I can't really say shit. But like I said, if whoever uses them, I can't really knock you, but it's never my thing. And I get tired of people coming to me like, oh, you should get a controller. Bro, I have 2 turntables. I'm good. I'm never gonna not have turntables. Like I'm not. If I'm still DJing, I'm gonna have turntables. I'm not. I don't have shit. I don't want a controller. Don't give me one. Don't give me a discount. I don't care. I don't want one. I'm not gonna use one. Like people have asked me to come DJ shit, and like, oh, we got a controller. I'm like, you better make space for a fucking 2 turntables and a Pioneer with cases. Like I'm good. Like I last shit we did was over here in Anaheim. I took all my shit. Every DJ there was like surprised. They wanted to use my shit. I'm like, bro, good, handle it. I don't care. Like shit. This is what I'm used to. I'm used to you would have one set of turntables and 47 DJs, but everybody got on. Everybody had fun. It was just like now it's like I go to a club and I'm just like, okay. I just see bottles popping and it's like this. It's so mentally fucked up. Like I don't understand how these people got into this. Like I honestly, I've been going to Vegas since shit before NWA. It was funny going to Vegas with Eric. That was like the best. But I've been going there. And I've never been to a club until literally maybe 5 years ago there, and it tripped me the fuck out. Lucky I know people, but I'm like, these people really stand in line. I went in a club probably around 11:30. We left around 2. It was still a fucking line. Like people really stand out fucking all night to pay $80 to get in the fucking club here. The sweat and fucking how much is a bottle? $500 for Ciroc? Nigga, it's $26 at Target. Like really? Like who does that? Like I am that dude. I don't care if people want to call me cheap. I don't need to show off because I'm in the club, bro. Like I can go to Target and get a bottle of Ciroc, $26.99 all day, on a liquor barn. I'm not gonna pay $500 because I want people in the club to look at me paying $500 like a dumbass. Like that. Okay, I'm not that dude. Like clubs just used to be fun. Now it's just I feel like people go because that's the place to gather. You want to be seen. You want to be the coolest person. You got to have a booth. You got to have this. Once that era kind of came in, the whole you got the booths and shit. That's kind of when I kind of slid out clubs because it's just like this is too much. I mean, and then you got people. Hey, so and so want to hear this. Is there a sign up here that says I request here? Like they actually kicked Calvin Harris off the turntables in Vegas before because he wouldn't play something some dude was in there spending money. But the funny part is he had more money than the dude spending money, and you kicked him off the tables, but you still had to pay him. Okay, really? Like you dumbasses. Like that's how dumb they are in Vegas. And now the promoter is everything. Like he's the dude, the cheap dude. He's the dude that tells you what to do. I've heard nightmare stories. Like me, if I was DJing in Vegas, I'd probably still be in jail because I beat the shit out of those dudes. Like you can't. If you're a promoter, promote. No, it's dead ass. Cause just imagine Greg Mack in the day. I'm Greg Mack, air personality, but I'm at the club. Hey, can't let you in. Oh, I'm the promoter too. Like this, no, bro. You work for the radio station. This is what you're doing. You're doing your thing. You're not trying to do 40 different things. But that's what all the promoters in Vegas do now. They want to be everything. Like they overseeing the bars. It's too much. It's like, why would you do that? Like that took away the fun to me. Like when you brought in the whole booths and all this shit, that took away the fun. Like it used to be booths in fucking clubs. Like really? The fucking dance floor and people on it. Like that's what it was at the club. But now it's just like it's money.
Well, taking it back a little bit, hopefully on the better times, when the D.O.C. was making Let the Bass Go, were you there, and why do you remember him shouting you out at the end of that song?
I was there like a lot when they did that album. It was mostly him and Dre in there working, and then whoever they had playing and shit. D.O.C. was a cool dude. Like he is a cool dude. And it's crazy. So I remember that was the first time I met him. I don't know if it's the first time. Everybody remember when I think we were in Dallas, and we were at a mom and pop record store, and I remember him being there. He might already have music out at the time. I'm not sure, but I remember that's when I met him. But then when he first came to LA, I picked him up from the airport, and he was literally writing maybe with We Want Easy or Easy Does It in the car on the way to the studio. The dude he was mad talented. Like even now, like you listen to No One Can Do It Better, and it's better than half the shit that's out right now. Like that album, it stood the test of time and it's still going. That shit is, and it was amazing just being a DJ because it was just me and him on the stage. Like we had the whole stage. It wasn't, NWA had all this shit, but we had stage. and he knew how to kind of command it. Like this is before they teach people how. Like he was on both sides. He knew how to go and get the people going, and it was really cool. And it was really cool because then he gave me a chance. He would walk off stage and give me a chance, to do what I do, DJing. And it was a really dope experience. And then the craziest shit was when he had the accident, because we were going on tour the next day. The first tour him and I were going on without NWA support. It was like EPMD and a bunch of other people. He did that video, or did 2 videos or whatever. Where we were gone, that's when he had the accident. And I talked to Dre, and Dre was like, you guys are going on tour. And I thought he was playing, and he told me, and I saw it. I was like, fuck. And that just fucked me up. I was like, damn. Because we were leaving the next day.
Wow.
I remember going to Music Plus, but I was going to buy vinyl. That's when I found out, right before I was going to Music Plus. And I was like, damn. But, and when it happened, he, at the time, it's not like now. It's like, he could have had operation. But at the time, it's like, you heard with horror stories about shit like that. So I think they kind of scared him from having it. It would scare me too. Shit, like the technology now is way different from when it was then. So it's like I just think that scared him, and he didn't really want to do it. So he kind of just went with the voice. But what the good that came out of that is what people don't even talk about a lot, is how he shaped Death Row. The thing with the D.O.C. is I wish people would talk about too, is he's just like Dre. He just been starting the record crew, but he started with Ruthless, then he jumped to Death Row, then he jumped to Aftermath. He doesn't get the credit he deserves. He does some Snoop. Snoop gives him props all the time, but he groomed that little group. Those dudes used to all live in apartment. It was 1-bedroom apartment. All they had was a radio, a bunch of beats, gin, Sacco, a bunch of weed. I've seen them miss flights before, just being at home too high to leave. So that's all they had. That's what Death Row do. That's why all those dudes are so tight knit. People don't understand that. Like that's why the Death Row, that little camp, Snoop tried to keep the people he can around, because they were all just together, and that's all they had. No one had a car, and no one had shit. They just had beats and a bunch of weed. D.O.C. kind of taught those dudes I would guess they know how to rap, but just kind of how to do what they do. Like he's the dude. He formed all those, and they'll tell you. Snoop says it all the time, but he doesn't get that credit that he should. Like look what he did with Ruthless. Look what he did with Death Row. Look what he did in Aftermath. Like the dude is with the pen and with the knowledge of teaching you. He's incredible. Like it should be a documentary about him. Like honestly, like I just feel like, and it's not just because I was affiliated with Ruthless, but I just feel like everybody that was in my bubble has these unique qualities to them. Like, and like look at Above the Law. They got, and they got the short end of the stick. Let's be real. They created G-Funk. That's just the bottom line. I don't give a fuck. I love Warren. Knew him since little. I love them all, but Hutchins, they created G-Funk.
Yeah, I talk about
they didn't really get the credit for it.
I talk about that in my book, History of Gangster Rap, too, because as you are well aware, a lot of the Ruthless stuff prior to Above the Law was very up-tempo, very Bomb Squad-ish. Whereas when Above the Law came in, they slowed it down and made it funky.
Put those that funk on it, put that shit that Dre knew about but didn't really put in the play yet. They had all that. They came. What people don't know, that they came with that album. That album they put out, that was already done. Dre just put his little touches on it, which wasn't a lot. That album was done. When they came to Ruthless, that shit was done. It was ready to go be put out. Now they're on Ruthless, okay, let Dre touch it up a little bit. But like those dudes, they have their own story. Like Cocaine, he had his own story. Like that dude, like what people don't even know. And me and him, we joke about it. On his first single, the Nickel Slick, I was the dude who was in the studio with Hutch. They gave me additional drum programming, but I was in the studio with him for that first set. My name was on the thing, but that's when it was Who Am I? Because Cocaine just didn't really work for a rap name at the time. But all those dudes are unique to me. Michelle A, come on, it's like you hear her sing, she's a goddess. She talks, you're like, no, it's not real. Like I've heard so many people like, no, she doesn't really. She does. but she can sing her ass off.
Be sure to check out the History of Gangster Rap by Soren Baker. He's official.
History of Gangster Rap features exclusive interviews with Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, MC Ren, the D.O.C, and dozens of others. The History of Gangster Rap, a definitive look at how Los Angeles changed rap forever.
In Los Angeles, the streets definitely set the tone of the hip-hop music.
At 19, I got a $50,000 car.
My whole angle always was, I'll be street, but I will always tell you the horrors that go along with this life.
There will be penalties and casualties for just wearing the wrong color in somebody's neighborhood.
And once gangster rap made it from the streets to the TV, the genre exploded.
What's that 5 on Young TV back with NWA?
Yo MTV, it just catapulted us from being local heroes to national gangbang rappers.
The History of Gangster Rap discusses it all from 1980 up till today.
It's always gonna be shit happening in the street. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be something to talk about.
The History of Gangster Rap in stores now.